Hello everyone, it's Steven / Stevie126 back again. This is game 4 of round 2 of AAS Bowl Season 3. There's too many numbers, and I am joined by a whole array of people here today. So the game is between Jason, say hello Jason.
Hello.
Genevieve, say hello Genevieve.
Oh.
And Robbie, say hello Robbie.
G'day.
And no one did the joke. So, yep, we're loading up now, and it's between, it's between Jason and Jay, but Jay could not be with us today, so we've got the other two to help out the commentation. So,
Playing in my stadium today as well, which is good.
Yes, we now got ways to show out everyone's stadiums. So your Khemri team against Jay's poor elf team. I feel. What did you say before going into this, Jace? You think it's going to be all one way or all the other?
Basically, yeah. Either he's going to score early or he's going to have no players by the end of it.
Fair enough. Well, did it turn out one way or the other? Don't say which.
Well, we'll find out.
Alright then, so I'm trying to do the switch view thing. So Jace, So Jay is. Did he choose to receive or kick?
No, because I won the coin toss, so he's kicking to me.
Cool. I guess that was to kind of control your first turn of bashing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough. So Robbie, you're pretty much our elf expert. What do you think of his setup?
Yeah, I like it. He's got to have the 3 sacrifices on the line. He puts his lineman on the line, which is journeyman on the line, which is definitely the correct decision, especially now the Tomb Guardians are arriving.
Yeah.
Oh boy. If I was Jay in this position, I would have actually brought my front line, the rest of my players who aren't on the line, back a square. Because if Jason follows up, he's got 2 guys just on his inside that will be marked by the Tomb Guardians. And that is almost unnecessary dodges unless he's planning to try and knock them down.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It's a very minor tweak. Otherwise, I like it. He's put enough tackle zones to cover the wings because the team. So it's down to either if Jason punches a hole in the middle and walks up it, or wants to try and conquer a wing.
Fair enough. Yeah. And Jace, what was your plan here? So we'll continue.
Basically, just marking up everything as best as I can, put some on the line. And yeah, pretty much standard bash play against elves, really.
Yep.
And obviously repositioning my Pharaoh Roche in a way in case the ball goes wherever, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. So he starts with his throw, high kick.
Yeah.
So who do you pick?
Which I picked the guy at the back, so it's going there anyway.
Fair enough. And hey, you get the catch on a 6. Nice. So
yeah, I was pretty laughing at that one.
Yeah.
Very lucky.
So I guess now we just start the bashing.
We do indeed.
Okay, so 1 down. That's the journeyman. Just to push there. Oh, you're feeding him to the next one along. Nice.
Feed him to the next one, as you do.
And
get a push there.
Oh, it's a shame. So none of you have got any level ups, I don't think, going into this.
Nope.
Just he's got an injured guy. So,
there we
go.
But that's just a stun.
Okay, that's not too bad. So I guess, you kind of need a cage. I think your setup right now is actually pretty good because he's got to get through your line. But it looks like you're going to sign into cage anyway.
Yeah, bring some players back.
Yeah.
The whole plan is to let him come to me.
I mean, that's fair. When you're a bashy team, the ball is less of a goal and more of a trap, isn't it?
Yeah, because, you can mark him, but it's a 2-up dodge, so you may as well move players back in a better position.
Yeah.
Especially for a Khemri team.
Nice, KO on the second armor break.
Yeah, so he's down 2 L's for his turn, which is good for me.
Yeah, and then you come back. Nice. Solid. So, let's switch over to Jay. What's he going to do? So he's coming around the side. God, oh yeah, movement 8 captures, fair enough.
Yeah,
he's being... Oops, sorry, Robbie.
No, I was just saying that is what I would do. You got to get some threats on the ball, and Tomb Guardians they're not treeman slow, but they aren't the speediest of things.
No.
Movement 4 and going for it is a valid strategy for a Tomb Guardian to get him in the right place.
As an ex-halfling player, going for it on a tree is also valid, so I get that.
Yeah. So
just having that centerpiece.
He's being wise.
he is now just trying to slowly tighten the noose on Jason and see if he can just hold him nice and still.
Yeah, yeah. I like that he didn't put anyone in a tackle zone, which I think is the best thing to do, because now you can't blitz with the Tomb Guardian.
That wasn't the plan anyway, because he marked my ball carriers, so I blitzed with my blitz runner instead, just so that I could proceed to make the best cage possible, as you're about to
yes,
see.
look at this. This is going to be one hell of a time for Jay to break now. Okay, but yeah, what I meant is when I said you can't blitz, well, you're not getting a block with these guys either. So
No.
he's limited the damage. He's done really good damage control.
Now that I've got my cage up, now I decide
sorry,
to mark some players.
Yeah.
So now that it's up, I can begin to mark players so that if he wants to try and threaten the cage, he has to dodge first.
Yeah. So what's he going to do? He's ignoring you there. Just, again, there's a slight threat at the back. And that's how he's going to try and do the same. God, what do you even do against this? Like, as an elf team?
As an elf team, you realize how you just slow that cage right down, and you take it to the full 8 turns, because essentially it would require a 5-player investment on one side of the cage.
Yeah.
To get a 2 dice, or 3 players for a 1 dice.
I'm very sorry, I had to be unprofessional again, but carry on.
Yeah, so it's going to be so to threaten this cage, he needs 3 dice on one side, just to knock down a Tomb Guardian, and not leave himself completely exposed to the other one.
And even then, if you're not using that of a blitzer, you're really putting yourself at risk of a turnover.
Exactly. So he has to. If he wants to break the cage, he's going to have to cage with 2 linemen and blitz with a blitzer. And prey on a 1 dice. He's got some rerolls, but it's still, and you've got armor 9, so the likelihood is you'll just stand up again and move forward. It doesn't really matter.
And again, if you fail to take down that Tomb Guardian, you've just left some of your elves in prime punching distance.
Yeah, exactly. We see you going for a cheeky thrower up the side.
Yeah, I think Jay spotted this. I mean, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
This was more just to test what he thought these skeletons were capable of.
Yeah,
because I think certain players would just completely disregard that player.
I probably would have. I probably would have. I probably would have ignored him. I probably would have marked him with 1 guy, but I don't think I would have cared otherwise.
It was more of a test against Jay, really, to see what you would do.
To be fair, like, he's not getting a lot of removal, so maybe trying removal isn't a bad idea.
Yeah, like, I think the other thing you could do against this is that against this really slow cage, you just put some players in slowing it down, and then just have a couple of players behind, just trying to bully the normal skeleton.
Yeah, because it will make Jace want to score fast without really being able to.
Yeah,
it will definitely stop any delaying. Not saying you would or you do, but like just bullying the team.
I think Jason's looking for just that guaranteed score this turn, and then go into the next half and see what he can do.
And even if I don't, if I can just at least do some damage, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this team's more of a, you either score once or you don't.
So you're playing a bit like dwarves then, where there will only be 1 goal, and I hope it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much like the dwarfish playstyle I was playing in Khemri.
Yeah.
Until we get some level ups later on, where we can start investing more in the blocks and mighty blows, where it'll be a bit more consistent with removing players.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a dwarf playstyle then. Just keep that ball safe and make him have to deal with it.
As a downside for Tomb Guardians, they don't have access to general unless they roll a double.
Yeah.
So if they level up, it's very likely it's going to be mighty blow first.
Yeah. I mean, it will get you more SPP in the long run.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's not too bad.
So
I mean, I played against a Khemri team last night that had Mighty Blow and all these Tomb Guardians. It was horrible.
Are you going to do the full meme Mighty Blow pylon?
Not the Tomb Guardian.
Double down.
Nah.
Oh, no.
The AI loves doing that against me. It is rather irritating. And looks like you're about to get surfed off.
Oh, not quite, because he's KO'd anyway, so there you go.
KO'd. So that's him out for this half.
Yeah.
That's
that option limited, not that it was a great option anyway.
Yeah, well, and then I think that brings us up to even players again.
Yeah, because I think
Yes.
throwing that Pharaoh over there was a good play anyway, because it's made him draw back 2 elves, which is less elves surrounding my cage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
and
less
elves,
pressure on me.
and there's less punching in your backline going on.
Hmm So it still had its benefits, despite not actually doing anything.
Yeah, I think the issue is here, Jace. You're now 4 turns in, and you've barely got over the line now.
Oh yeah, I've marked this because I don't want to risk dropping the ball whatsoever, because you know what elves are like. As soon as
That's
they
true.
sniff the ball, it's theirs. And
You're
in
not
one
exactly
turn.
fast enough to catch up with them.
Exactly,
No.
because I've dedicated all my players now onto this half. If I drop the ball and it's behind me, that's just an instant
gone.
score. It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
I've
is-
got to really invest now in just not dropping the ball, regardless of scoring or not.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Could you move that blitzer any further, or did you want to keep him there?
Where was Blitzer?
He was.
Oh, well, I guess he was in a tackle zone.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He was in this guy's tackle zone,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. But at least you're kind of protecting your thrower a bit more.
hmm That's literally all I'm going for.
Yeah. Yeah, like well, obviously the conversation was just about. So yeah, Genevieve, looking at, I don't think you played either of these teams. How do you feel about them watching them play now?
Honestly, I think for me personally, as long as I don't go up against elves too late, I should be fine. I think
Yeah.
it's, you know, I think I can play around elves. I'm worried about how bashy the Khemri team is.
Yeah.
I do have dodge and block, but it's Blood Bowl. There's no guarantee that
No.
the statistics will be in my favor. So I think I think definitely for me personally, the Khemri team is more scary.
So
Yeah. I
just
think it's
to-
scary for everyone. A bit like
Just
playing
to
against
include
wolves.
here, so we managed to get an extra bash here because of that turnover, so I get a
Yes.
free bash this turn, which is handy.
Yes, and also just going back quickly, Jay got a stun on the skeleton and then failed a dodge that caused the turnover.
Which left an elf in prime Tomb Guardian distance.
Yes, and then you're going around to who? Oh, one
Guy.
die. I mean,
Yeah,
it worked
by
out
the
for you
block,
because of
so-
block. So yeah. And then coming back. God, you're sending him out like almost like a recon ship to go do work
Yep.
and come back again.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did for this turn.
Wow, Jace, you are really slowing down.
I think one
Yeah.
issue with those bashes that you did, considering you passed him up the line, is it stalled your cage for a turn there.
It did,
Like,
yeah.
I think, which I think might come to bite you. I think what's happened here is you've been the elves have bogged you down so much, and by playing so safe, your ball
Well, I
progression
was
has
playing
not.
safe until I got a good players off the pitch, which, as you've seen, hasn't really happened this half.
That is true. That is true.
As
Hey,
soon as
one
I
die
got
block.
as soon as I got a sniff of some injuries, I would have been a bit more.
Yeah.
Reckless.
But
Yeah.
because I only got the 1 KO, I decided, right, we're just going to fortress this up.
To be fair, I mean that's probably for the best anyway. Oh god, look at him. He's being.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
risking it again.
Which, when he did that put me on even more defensive mode, and I was like, right, okay,
Threatening again. Sorry.
definitely not dropping in the ball this turn.
Okay, so hang on. Let's have a pause here. So your guy is movement 6. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Can't make it.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You pretty much have to go at least full movement this turn.
But because of the elves in the front line, that's just not possible.
No.
So I think you concede this turn for the score.
So. Yeah, I guess you can't go any further.
I mean, in hindsight, what I could have done is, if you pause it for a minute,
Yeah, of course.
that blitzer, I could have blitzed that loner,
Yeah.
moved him back, and then started running my thrower up the pitch
Yeah.
if I wanted to be a bit aggressive and see what happens. But then there is always the chance he sacks him, hands it off, passes it, runs, and scores.
I think by not giving him that option, I think absolutely you would have got sacked, because there is a blitzer just along the same line as the Tomb Guardian.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's standing there. He's unmarked. He's ready to go. The moment you go there, that blitzer's got movement 7 and block. You're going down. that ball's getting picked up. There's probably a thrower near the back somewhere, and then that is going straight down that pitch, and you can score.
Yeah.
So I think playing this, I think definitely playing safe was good. I think maybe trying to threaten more punches and forcing him to dodge would have been.
Oh yeah. But I just saw he only failed one dodge this half, and he did quite a few dodges.
Yeah, that is true.
So I was thinking Jay's rolling a bit hot at the moment, so I'll be a bit more defensive.
Just wait for the winds to change, as it
Wait
were.
for the winds to change. Yeah, a bit like similar to what happened in my game against Michelle, where the winds changed in the second half.
Cool.
Cool. Right, I'll play it again. So yes, we're still on the right side. Cool. Rebuild the cage.
Punch an elf.
So this game was more of a mind game than an actual bashy game.
Yeah.
Down goes the loner.
Cool.
Oh, I did blitz him anyway, so I completely forgot about that.
Crazy skeleton dodge.
Thought I'd try a cheeky dodge.
You might as well. It's
See
your
if I
turn.
could run him. That was it. Yeah. So I was trying to run that skeleton up, see if I get him on the line, and then maybe attempt to pass later on my turn 8.
Yeah.
I mean, an attempt at scoring is better than none.
Because I do have pass on the guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's no worse than passing from one thrower to the other. He is really trying to get that goal happening, doesn't he? Down here.
Yeah.
He really is. I don't think he should have. I think as an elf player, I would have hung back a little bit more. So Jason didn't make any attempt to mark him. I would have put myself 8 squares away from the back to make the catch as easy as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there.
But you know, if he's worried about him getting punched, that is still very fine. Because maybe Jay wasn't thinking he was going to get the ball, which is fair. It's still surrounded by 4 Tomb Guardians.
Yeah, he's
That
only
ball
had
is-
one good block on him this entire game.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I think he's realizing he's not going to get an opportunity.
Right, so where are we going from here?
So it's my turn 8 now, so I can't score. So it's all about bashing now.
Yep, as it should be. It's very much a dwarf team, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is actually. Just obviously about the block and the tackle.
Yeah, but you do have a lot of strength to make
You
up
have
for it.
higher strength value, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of your players are really terrible at handling the ball, which is also very reminiscent of a dwarf team.
Well, the throw rods, you'd be surprised. I've been quite consistent with them actually. Like I drop the ball less with throw rods than I have with any other player.
Oh yeah, I mean the 50-50 with a reroll is definitely better than a flat 3-up.
Yeah.
It just seems to be that way.
Yeah, statistically it is better, but the moment you can get yourself some, you know, a +1 agility on a thrower, you are well away.
Yeah. Or even just strong armor accurate.
Or both would be good.
Yep.
I mean, he may not even throw the ball ever. He may just get a block and just, you know, walk it up.
So just to add on to Tomb Guardian's progression, if they level up twice and I still don't get a double, the general rule of thumb would be Mighty Blow and Guard.
Yeah.
Because obviously having a Mighty Blow Guard in the cage is basically really good.
Yeah, nearly impossible to knock over. And guarding your little strength 3 guys who could potentially be the weakness. Down goes the elf.
And then that was the end of the turn. I think that's the end of the half actually. So
Yeah.
a pretty begrudging first half, as you can see,
I think honestly,
going on.
overall, I think that's ideal for the elves because the ball's sailing to them this turn. They've just got to get 1 score in and then do that again, and then they've won.
And we both got our knocked out players back.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's basically you're just playing half a game of Blood
Basically
Bowl now.
reset.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean, I think, I don't know, well, we'll pause it here so you can talk about your setup in a second, but I feel like if I was playing as the elves, I'd almost want to delay for as long as possible. Or maybe not even need to delay for as long as possible, maybe for just half the half, to make sure that Jace can get another goal in.
Yeah, I could see that. I think it's pro elves. I think you just need to score as soon as you can because you just don't have the armor you can rely on. Like, you're going to get blitzed once a turn anyway. Just get it, score before you run out of players because he's been very lucky at keeping all of them here.
Yeah.
And I am very concerned because this is a strong lineup. Just 4 Tomb Guardians. Yeah, you got to go round them.
Yeah.
You're not locking that down.
So on that point, Jace, what's your plans for the setup?
So again,
Bash.
4 Tomb Guardians up front just to scare them, and then obviously a staggered back line just to cover tackle zones everywhere.
Yeah. So Yeah, he can't get
And the
through.
blitzer are in the middle, so I can cruiser him into what I need him to.
Yeah, I mean that's usually where I put my blitzer or blitzer count as. So I like that. Straight
Yeah,
onto
Jay's-
one half.
Yeah,
Jay, I
think
think
that's
Jay
like-
forgot setup rules over here.
Yeah,
I think he amends it in just a
but
second.
I did
Yeah.
warn him that there was a chance for me to roll perfect defense and just reposition.
Yeah,
So I think that's when he changed his mind there.
yeah.
And
So
there you go.
yeah, what do you think? I mean,
He's
That's aggressive.
that is
I mean-
aggressive.
For an elf team, that's a very aggressive setup.
it's what I'd go with. That's he gets first turn. He's got his blitzers in the right position. Catches following up behind. Linemen, yeah, the linemen are roughly where they need to be. They will probably swing round to support knocking down the skeletons in the back line.
Pretty
Throwers,
solid.
yeah, I think that's fairly normal for pro elves. They need to score
My
immediately.
only addendum would have been I liked his first setup with 3 linemen on
Ye-
altogether. I would have kept that.
Yeah, I think he's just inviting another punch
Yeah.
here.
I mean, he's got
Uh,
first turn, and so as long as was it Blitz? I think, yeah. No, Blitz wouldn't help him. Yeah, so no, he's kind of okay. He shouldn't get punched before he has a chance to dodge away. But
Yeah,
I still would have had all 3 over here, just in
Oh, yeah.
case. Because if he turnovers and then you get to punch him first, it's not great. Right, so let's see this kick. That's a long animation. Oh,
And then it actually landed on a player.
yeah,
Fair enough.
straight to the
Got it.
catcher.
right, let's switch around to his side. So, yep, commit to that flank immediately.
Yeah.
I think that's the right thing to do.
When I watched this live, I was a bit hesitant by this play. I think I would have actually probably thrown the ball back. I would have probably got the ball back to the thrower, honestly.
Where is the thrower? There.
It's in the back line.
He's just
He's here now.
moved up. I would have probably got the ball back to him
Yeah,
because with the ball being on the catcher, that's fine. But the catcher hasn't moved. That catcher hasn't moved, and the ball is now vulnerable.
yeah.
I would rather have it on my thrower, who's sat
Sorry.
miles away, and force Jason to put some pressure on my thrower before I get rid of the ball.
Yeah,
I'd rather get my team in a position to catch, and then give them the ball, and then get them the ball, rather than them have the ball and go somewhere. Because Jason can now react everything over to the side where the ball is.
Mhm.
yeah. I
This is what
remember
you're doing.
you. Yeah, I remember you giving me similar advice about my mixed elf team of just sort of hanging way back until absolutely necessary.
Yeah, it's why I also like 2 throwers, one for midfield and one to hold the ball right at the back, so I
Yeah.
can then hand off, run forward, throw
Getting
it.
a lot of pushes of my Tomb Guardians this game, sadly.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
Not a lot.
Well,
of
one of them's free, so I wonder who he's going to mark.
Yeah,
And we decided to bring back a Pharaoh Roche,
yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I
it's safe.
because I can see that those elves are going to get near my touch line in the next 2 turns or 3
God,
turns.
that's a trap. That is for these 2 over here.
Yeah, they aren't getting out. They're not fighting their way out of that.
Yep. So, oops, sidestep. Yeah,
Blitz starts here to cause issues.
and then get closer to that. Oh,
I would have sidestepped the other way, and then blocked off
Sorry?
so he couldn't walk in there. I would have sidestepped to
Oh,
where
to here.
yeah,
he
to
is
where
now.
that skeleton is. Yeah, because by not standing there, I don't know. I feel it would have.
I think
dodge.
he's trying to get more options to throw to later on.
That's true, and I think if he stands up that blitzer, he could definitely threaten a catch. There
Well,
goes.
I feel
Throws
like-
off.
Go all the way around.
Catches off, but
Yep.
at least he's out that trap.
Oh,
Which is
blitzing
what-
with the ball carrier.
Yeah, this is why I was like, "You sure, Jade?" He was like, "Fuck." I was like, "Damn."
He gets it,
Got it.
and he's off. Ball is away.
This was the mistake he made here, I think.
That is a bit risky. That
And
is,
he's
So, but Jay does a really good job of marking my players, though. Here, as
yeah.
you'll
I
see
mean,
in a minute.
that's good. Like if he knew he could. I mean, obviously we're not seeing.
But this is where it all goes wrong here for him.
Stun.
He got a turnover, so he didn't get to fully mark everyone.
Yeah.
And he didn't re-roll. He chose not to re-roll that.
No, he already used his reroll earlier.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
okay.
the replay skips the rerolls pretty quickly.
Okay, I missed it then.
Let's see if we can see it.
There you go. There, look.
Reroll
So
block,
where
yeah.
Joseph does a skull and double skull, he re-rolled that.
Yeah, so
Skull
that
push.
was...
Double skull.
Yeah, so no, that was... It was someone down here. It was the thrower
Yeah.
who did it.
So
Gotcha.
now into this game, I'm just trying. If he's got, like, I think he's going to score at this point. So I was like, right, I'm just going to get some bashes in before he does.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
then I was like,
That's
Yeah,
fair.
and I
Oh,
was
he's got his thrower under the Tomb Guardian. Brave decision.
yeah, he gets a stun.
Okay, that's fine. At least
So basically, we're just going through all this and see what happens.
he sidesteps out. Good, but that frees them up. They
That
can't get
frees
to the ball
guys
though,
up,
so that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, sidestep again.
Sidestep.
Oh,
Puts
it
the
doesn't
body in
matter,
front of
really.
the ball.
I think what I do now is I stand my blitzer up and I blitz the ball carrier of my blitzer.
Yeah,
One
you know-
guy with a both down potentially,
yeah. I mean,
which we get him
didn't
down.
wait, yeah, you just get the dodge power.
What?
Oh,
KO him
into
as
a
well, which is
KO.
better.
Oh, that's rough.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this game now turns into a completely different game now.
Yep. So you re-roll that. That's understandable. Into
knock
a
it down.
pow.
Another
So-
pow. Mighty
Oh,
worker.
here
who
we
can drag
go.
the ball.
And an injury.
Immediate-
So
Oh,
we can
that
see
is-
it
Oh, that's not
bit.
fair. Oh, that's not fair.
now.
Oh, that's rude.
So
If
the khemri
like
defense coming in clutch there.
like if those if either of those had stuck around, that could have he could have
Yeah.
kept threatening that ball, and that ball would have just been gone. But no, you were two injuries back to back. That's what you needed,
Yeah.
and I think and now it's looking really poor for Jay.
Yeah, there we go. So he fails his first dodge roll on the turn.
Oh,
Re-roll success.
2 up as well.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
yeah. So now,
If the player is pushed,
oh,
it will
okay,
force
good. He
the
doesn't end it on the edge of the pitch. Good.
Yeah.
It's a much more
So
But
where's he
it's-
gonna go here?
But as you notice,
Edge.
I also stunned 2 of his elves,
Oh,
Oh,
another fail.
because he used his reroll already.
Yeah. Yeah. These 2-ups are being cruel to Jay.
And
now.
this is where I said the wind's changed a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are flexing your proverbial muscles here as Khemri.
So
Yeah.
I made a mistake this half. I should have picked up the ball when I didn't. As
Oh.
you'll see in a minute.
So you go for
You
the
forgot the
blitz.
objective of the game.
I don't know. Keeping the elves off it is definitely one of the objectives.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think I was focusing not conceding the ball to an elf because we know what elves are like.
yeah, we
I
all
mean-
know elf bullshit. We know it's a reason it's an actual term. So
I was
you
looking at
kind
the
of,
tank counter.
so are you kind of building your cage ready?
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much, and then just using the Tomb Guardians to assert dominance over the elves on the floor.
Yep.
And this
mean,
is
it's a
where I
lot
rolled
of-
it. Yeah, so this is where I messed up. I did this. I should have picked up the ball before throwing this block.
Yeah. Okay, so he's stunned.
I mean, thankfully you've got so many tackle zones in front of that ball. He's going to have to really roll some dice.
Yeah.
Actually,
And
That-
he failed that.
And he fails that. Jesus, Jay.
Yeah. So I said because he kept passing all those dodge falls in the first half.
So not follow up. Good. Right.
Yeah,
okay. Elf bullshit.
Yeah. This is where he tries to pick it up again, I think.
oh no. Hang on, that guy didn't have the movement.
No. So all he can do is mark it.
Oh, if he needed to he actually needed to follow up there.
Yeah.
He-
But
he
then if he
needed-
had, he'd have just been here. I don't know.
But
I
if he'd have
actually-
followed, because punching and not following still eats one movement. So
Yeah,
if he'd
yeah.
have followed, he could have gone in. It would have been 2 up, but then he
And he
would have had
failed
the
another
extra
dodge roll,
space
unfortunately.
to pick up the ball and potentially score in that one swing.
I don't think he could have scored. I think he.
No, he stood up. He stood up.
He would have had to stay there anyway.
No, he didn't stand up. He didn't stand up because you failed you double skulled him.
Ah.
Yeah, but I think he was out of movement anyway at this point. So he only would have got to the ball. He wouldn't have been able to score. So I think actually not doing that, not rolling and tackle zoning the ball rather than picking up was actually the better choice.
I think I would have tried to get to the ball because
So now I start moving players.
Because of this.
What I would have done, I think, differently is I would have actually thrown a 1 dice blitz with the guy who was on the floor here. instead
Yeah.
of using him as an assist. Shoving him away, yeah, I would have needed a shove, but just getting him away, creating an open walkway, run straight in,
If the
Yeah.
player
try and
is
get the ball,
pushed,
and then
it's
throw it
Yeah.
off.
public.
Watching my plays here with the skeletons, just moving them around.
Yeah.
Because
I
there was
think-
like,
I Chomp should have just been one square over.
Yeah, I think he ran out of movement.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah.
I know this is just, yeah. I think this is now just the game is going to start closing itself out now. Like,
Yeah.
So this is where he has another chance to try and pick up the ball.
so he's
Okay.
blitzing, knocks you down, one tackle zone less. Okay, he's got this, but he's got no
He's got
rerolls here.
rerolls here,
which
so I
is-
believe he picks it up and fails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I needed a 3 up there. Rolls a 2. Feels
Yeah.
bad, man. That was a 3 up.
He could have potentially scored.
That was a
Again.
3 up, 2 up to score.
Yeah, because he was in a tackle zone. Yeah. So there was
Yeah.
a free up to pick up.
Oh, rough times.
So now I'm
Oh.
just basically my goal now. It's turn 13. I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm not going to get the ball to the other end zone in time. So it's just basically lock this ball down and go for the draw. Because it's
mean-
turn 13 and I'm not getting that ball up the pitch quick enough.
Yep, that's what I would do. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
would do.
I think if you'd have secured the ball when you said you should have, you could have potentially threatened.
Mhm.
If you could have started
There's another
sprinting
KO.
all the way down.
So basically KOing elves is good here. So the less KOs there are.
I
the
think
less-
Jay is out of players at this point. Like
Yeah.
if we look at the injury box after this punch, like
Yep, let's go for it. So he's got 3 KOs, I think he's got 1 injured. So he's down
Yeah.
to 7, and you are at 11.
and he's still got 2 players, one under a Tomb Guardian, one on knocked out in his own half.
doing the standard bringing back a Tomb Guardian. I go for it, but I'm like,
Oh.
He fails, but it didn't matter if he failed, really.
Nah.
If he falls down in that square that I want him in, that's all good.
All right, so now essentially he's gonna try again. He's got to free this ball.
Which he
So-
should push my player onto it, but it falls behind me. Which is good, because that's more tackle zones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it could have gone anywhere. That could have absolutely flown out of that cage there, which could have worked in his favour. So now the goal, I guess, is just bring back as many players as you can.
The floor again.
It's better than being punched.
is
That's
it?
I mean, yeah.
At the time, I think it's probably a bit frustrating.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I know Jay was getting really wound up at this, which is
Yeah,
fair.
I
Like,
I was clenching here, like grasping straws.
Yeah.
'cause
You are.
the-
Oh yeah, look, just realised you're doing the Michelle tactic. Cage the ball with no one on the ball.
I mean, there's no risk of
Yeah.
dropping it.
And you put all those tackle zones on the ball.
Take it you don't follow up? No. Oh, another
They can
stun.
stay back. Get
At
back.
khemri, can you even score?
This is where I made a mistake. I didn't realise it was a dodge, and I made it.
Fair fight.
Yeah,
And I was
no,
just like,
Genevieve, he can't score.
No, he really can.
Uh,
It's just a case of making
But
sure that
this
he
is where
doesn't lose
Jason
this.
almost makes a mistake here because this guy
Oh.
keeps sidestepping and he's at the
Jace.
ball now.
Yeah, I made it was like shit.
Not a wise place to end your turn on the border of the pitch. If the player gets
yeah, I
pushed
mean,
into
Jay
the
has to
crowd,
go for the dodge into. He has to do the 6
But
up, 6
it's
up.
2 6-ups and a 3-up
body back together.
at the moment.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
has to,
it
or
would-
you'll push him off the pitch.
But then he failed his first dodge of the turn, so.
Wait a minute. And knocked
Uh,
out. Oh,
And where does the ball go? Does the ball get free?
It does free, but
Oh,
it's
I
on
thought
my...
No,
you-
straight onto the skeleton.
Yeah.
have you got anyone down here? Nope.
It's
No.
quite thematic. The skeleton
is-
just defending.
This is a
And then we're
mess.
just-
Match can't
Yeah, it was a very messy end of the second half.
Wow.
Within
And we're just securing.
Yeah, that ball is not going anywhere. That's double, if not triple red.
I don't think triple red's a thing.
I don't know. I think it might be if you're really that desperate. But I'd have to ask Stephen. He was
Oh,
halfling.
what, yeah. Yeah, triple red is a thing. I was thinking about the fans on the edge of the pitch thing when you can't actually see any fans here. That's all.
Bigger they are.
Oh, I'm sure they swarm out like bees.
Yeah, as soon as there's a player there.
Yep, another failed dodge for Jay.
A
Oh, bless him.
But it was a 4-up dodge, to be fair.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
we're in a closing turn.
I think Jay's given up at this point. It's just dodge out.
I tried to do a handoff so I could pass with my thrower to get some.
But no.
Yeah, but no. And that's it. Well, that was a grind. Really was a grind. Look at that,
like,
10 armor breaks on that point.
That's
actually.
pretty low for a Khemri team.
I don't know. It's pretty good. That's not bad.
18 ones compared to 21 sixes. How many dodge rolls did he? He made 77% of his dodge rolls actually.
Which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. All right.
About,
Oops, sorry.
yeah, not quite what he needed.
I'll go into the next. What they
We're gonna-
announced. So I'm quite looking forward to my next 3 games.
Again, this will probably be spoilers if you haven't seen everything, so sorry about that. So, as quick as we can, going on to... Yes, where are you?
I'm against the Orcs.
You're against the Orcs. There you are. Punktown Fungus versus Pharaoh Roche. How do you feel about that, Jace?
I'm pretty confident with that one because his linemen are strength 4 and mine are strength 5. So I think I win the line in this situation.
Yeah, you do have the strength advantage, although he has the ball handling advantage. I don't know.
I think, and I've now got my second blitzer
Ooh.
as well from that last game.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll have a little look at that in a sec.
Yes, thank you.
So now I have 2 people with block to his 4.
Yes. There's still an advantage though that he obviously has, and he has better ball handling. But as we've seen last game, that doesn't always matter.
Nope.
And
We
as
both have sure hands, so our ball handling is pretty much the same.
Yes, and as we discussed earlier, we have elves versus elves for Jay's next game. I don't know. I think both teams are pretty hurt.
The assassin's going to be back, so that's going to cause some issues for Jay.
I think that this is the game Ollie's been looking forward to against the absolute epitome of ball carrying teams with low armor, amazing. He will if Jay can outplay Ollie, can outplay the ball against him. But I am very concerned about how Ollie just capitalizing. He's got more block. He's got more armor. He can take a brawl much better than Jay can.
I think it's gonna be like how you guys went into the game. Like, if it depends who receives. I know that sounds stupid and obvious, but if Ollie receives and gets a lot of bashing, a lot of stabbing, he's in. But I think Jay's actually got a good chance because he can actually do pass plays a lot easier than Ollie can.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
So I think Jay can win. I just don't know at what cost he's going to win at. That's
the thing I'm worried about is if I was Ollie, I'd use my assassin as the pinnacle defender. So when Jay's got the ball, use the assassin to just chase down the ball carrier at all times because you've got shadowing as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
stick him straight on
harassed.
every catcher. Yeah, but the only thing is with that is that the catches are higher movement in the assassin, so it's not going to be an easy dice roll.
True.
So
True.
yes, let's have a look at your teams then. So we have, oh god, I'm blind. Pharaoh Roche, you're first. Team roster. Here we go. So what have you got?
So unfortunately, we got the MVP on another skeleton, as you can see.
You are cursed, my friend. You really are.
We got 5 on the thrower
Cool.
because he got an injury. He's actually injured 2 players, that thrower,
Nice.
because he injured one of Jay's knights. Not Jay's knights, sorry, one of Michelle's knights in the first game.
Yeah, yeah,
And then he injured an elf this game.
yeah.
So if he doesn't get +1 strength, I'll be really disappointed.
I mean, I think he should.
Yeah.
Can't rig it, but I hope he does.
And
So
then
that's
we
all
got
you-
my new Blitzer, Aero Mint.
Yes, I saw the name. I was very happy. It's good chocolate.
So yeah, that's basically all my positionals now bought for the team, which is good.
Nice. Nice. Shame you can't raise anyone else's players, but at least it'll
I
keep
mean-
your TV down.
Rick Emery, we don't believe in zombies.
No. And Jay's team, how's it looking? I'm assuming bad.
Still 1k.
Still 1k.
Yeah, that's because he's lost a lineman. He's got his apothecary now,
That's good. That'll help.
and
That'll really
he's
help.
got a little bit of fan factor. Yeah, essentially the cost of that lineman is that he's got 2 MVPs on 2 linemen, similar to Jace. Yeah, he's just It's a rough start. At least he's got his apothecary to help keep his blitzers safe.
Yeah.
And his one catcher.
Yeah.
Oh, two. No, there's the second one. Otherwise, yeah, I think he's going to have a replacement lineman, and that poor lineman with number 6 is
All in all, like he hasn't actually lost that much from our game, really.
No.
not particularly, but it definitely having he'll have another loner lineman, which is manageable.
That's
Yeah.
pretty standard for an elf team, though.
That is true.
Got 2 people to bear the brunt of all of the punchy teams, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, right then. Well, I think that pretty much covers it for this game. So thank you everyone who joined me.
No worries.
No worries.
Yes, and
Very welcome.
see you all for, was it, going back to game 3 now? The Bullsackers versus the Skaven. So we will see you all later. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.